Hey, good morning, guys. It's me. That's just funny to me because I know you guys know it's me. But it's just become kind of a funny routine when I get on here to say, "Hey, good morning, it's me." Um, but anyways, it is a beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning. Real bright and shiny, but a little cold. Um, and it's all cool. I mean, I'm enjoying the sunlight. In fact, let me pull this out. Eh. Um, because it just, I don't know, even with everything that's going on, all the chaos and drama. And yesterday, I had some. It was a little stressful yesterday. So I really appreciate how beautiful it looks today, as I'm driving to work. And that's one of the advantages of having this long drive. A lot of my friends back in Ohio think driving an hour to work is just absurd. But I mean, there are just so many things I can do during this drive, and one of them is talk to you guys. But the other is I really get a chance to sit and refocus myself for the work side. For going to work and dealing with whatever may come my way as far as issues with clients. But also I get to kind of go into a kind of a meditative state, just looking at everything that God created and how beautiful it is. And to me, that's inspiring. It's inspiring. In fact, I'm just passing a couple horses. There's a little horse farm out here. I think next time I'll show you guys. Um, but it's just incredible to me. It's just incredible. And I was listening to Pastor John Gray this morning, and I'll have to get you guys the name of the sermon. I can't really remember it, but he was talking about flipping your perspective on, well, failure, on things that are failing, on things that are happening, that are miserable, that are uncomfortable, and flipping our perspective on that. And I was thinking about my own life and how, well, I'm looking at our society and how many people have lost their job, and we're all nervous. We're all, our booties are tight. Our stomach is clenching, because we're wondering, okay, what are we going to do about the bills? And even though there's a lot of accommodations that are being made, with a lot of different bill collectors, not all of them. The credit card companies are still going to hound you, even though there's nobody in there to make the calls. And even though your landlord isn't going to ding you for not paying the rent, it will be added on. You know, so there's a lot of challenges that we're going to be facing. Um, ex- this is the year. This is the year, and how we come out on the other end is going to be crucial. It's going to be critical. So I was thinking about when I did me and my family did 6 months without a check, and I think about my situation now to where I'm able to still work, but how I still have that valuable experience of being broke and being desperate and still having to hold on to my faith. I wouldn't be able to talk about it now if I hadn't gone through it. And I don't wish that on anybody, because when we went through that time, there were no accommodations that anybody was willing to make. I mean, my one landlord for my house was very patient, but at one point, the husband came over to talk to me, and he said, "Look, Will, I mean, we like you guys, but if we can't get rent, I mean, it had been like 5 months, I think, and they're like, if we can't get rent next month, we're gonna have to make arrangements with the courts to move on." And I told him, I said, "I understand, I totally get it." And needless to say, then in the 6th month I got a check, and it was a big check, and I was able to catch up for the most part. But we didn't have any accommodations. We had to borrow food, had to go to the food banks. We had to do make every decision in survival mode, and that is intensely stressful. So I really feel for you guys who are struggling right now and really concerned and worried. I get it. I totally get it. But what I want to encourage you guys to do is when you've done all you can do, okay, then you need to take care of yourself. Then you need to find creative ways to rest and renew yourself during this lockdown. I think anybody who's on my Facebook saw me write that the knots in my shoulder and neck are intense. Uh, it's like I might have to just break down and buy that gun thing that hammers your body. That thing scares me when I look at it. I'm like, I don't know, but I might have to break down and get that thing. But the other thing that I think we need to work on is finding creative ways to still enjoy ourselves. And you guys know, I mean, I love the countryside, the backwoods, the backpacking, and even though I probably could go backpacking, if I was single, I would be going backpacking right now. Because I mean, I wouldn't have to worry about being exposed or exposing anybody else out in the mountains because there's hardly anybody out there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's more people backpacking now. I doubt it. Um, but I don't want to go off into the wilderness and leave my family during this time. Because things are changing. Like within 24 hours, things are changing. I mean, actually, in less than that. And I don't want to be gone out of cell phone range, miles inland, and something happened back home. So I'm kind of staying home. But I'm using my imagination to figure out what I can do to compensate. And so I think I've got it. I think what I'm gonna do, and I'll film it for you guys, is I think I'm gonna create my own campsite. And mind you, I've camped in the backyard before with the grandkids, but I think I'm gonna go a little. I'm because you guys know I'm extra, so I'm gonna do a little extra this time and get the. We got a little fire pit. Rochelle had brought a fire pit over a long time ago. I'm gonna get the fire pit out, and I'm really gonna do it up this time. And I'll probably put on those. I got these Bose headphones that my bishop let me borrow that really cancel out sound, and and maybe I will recreate the sound effects of the deep woods on my headphones, so I can put those on and get a campfire going and sleep out under the stars in my tent. And even though I know the grandkids are going to be knocking on the window saying, "Hey, Grandpa, hey, Grandpa," I'm going to have my headphones on and I'm going to use my imagination to pretend that I'm sleeping out in the deep woods all by myself. And I'm kind of excited about that. So I'm just saying that, today, it's not game over. It's not game over. And I'm encouraging you guys to find creative ways to do this thing. Just because we're in a lockdown doesn't mean we need to have a lockdown on our joy, on our happiness, on creating new experiences. We can still live our life better than ever, in fact, because I think anything that we learn to adapt to will make us stronger. So, hey, I'm just doing a shout out. Throw me some creative ideas on what you're going to do during this lockdown. What are you going to do to still be productive and creative during this time? Throw up some board games, throw up some interesting games that you're doing with the family or friends. You know, Talk to me. All right, and I'll talk to you guys later. Love you guys, and I'll probably be back on either Friday or Saturday. So stay tuned. And if you guys like my channel, subscribe. Hit me up. Support your boy. All right, peace.